Happy Valentine's Day at that. This time, we have skipped all the way over to March 20th, the day of our departure from Nineveh, and we're gonna go and say goodbye to all the confidants we maxed out after this point. You were the nearest person when I booted up the save files. Funny to think. Now see, the weird thing is, I actually increased my mic so that it wasn't so soft like last time, but it looks like the problem is the game audio itself. Okay, the game's gonna stop, the footage is gonna stop while I mess with the audio mixer. Hello. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if I can mess with the audio. Anyway, the thought I had been thinking about is that Chie and Naoto actually kick off an interesting trend where we have female characters in Persona getting into some form of law enforcement. Because in the next game we have the Nijima sisters, with Makoto wanting to be police commissioner and Sai being a prosecutor respectively. And then Strikers gives us an actual female commissioner with Kaburagi. Speaking of things that are mentioned in Persona 5, this. Apparently Rise does get better at songwriting because we see her new art for her new album in Persona 5. Hey, shoot. I forget whether it was a news report or if you look at the album cover, but I think the Sapphire album specifies that it's Rise as a solo artist. nice. Can we meet them? I mean, they wouldn't make a brand new model just for one kid, but it's still a really nice spot. You're a good kid, too. You don't have to be strong, or you don't have to pretend to be strong. What do we got? We have Marie. Hello, Marie. The steak. We will always have the steak. Oh my god, I can't believe that was a meme that actually made it into the game. Trust me, Marie. Small towns don't change much. I know from experience. What do you know? The shrine is right on the path. No, that's a good question, old man. Where did the Midnight Channel come from? Nope, it was just a rumor. Also, the fox was a woman all along. Although I do have one question. Where did these three little fox kids get their little handkerchiefs from? Like, who tied them around their necks? None of them have opposable thumbs. There are some questions that just never get an answer to. Also, good thing the game told me to go to Aya, because I wouldn't have thought to check there otherwise. No wait, I skipped Aya. You think after how long I've been playing this game, I would remember where everything is, but apparently not. Yeah, I just walked right past it.
Whoa!
Power, my bro. Should I leave? Should I leave you two to whatever it is you're doing? It's la copa de la vida. You gotta seize the moment. No.
What?
Also no.
Huh?
Before I go to Sayako, there is something I want to check. Okay, first I need to check that I didn't miss anyone in this area. Okay. If our next two confidants or social links is if our next two we have 3 social links we can bust up. We'll go with Harry first. How's my favorite mother doing? The only mother character in this game, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I think other mothers exist, but Aries the only one that's actually present. Oh no, why would you give me a choice? I have 2 nephews and a niece. I know a little bit about these things, and it ain't easy. It sucks that Eri is such an underrated socially, but she is spitting some hard truths right now.
Thank you.
I wonder what would have happened if you'd chosen. I wonder what would have happened if you'd chosen Buddha instead. I almost want to. Yeah, I'll talk to Sai next. You know what? I'm actually going to make yet another separate save file so I can. We still have more than 40 minutes in this stream. I'm going to go back. I'm going to load this file, and then I'm going to very specifically see what the conversation with Buddha is, just so that it's on footage. Because given how unpopular Aries Social Link is, I don't think you'll see this kind of footage anywhere else. Oh, it's just the same dialogue again. Well, at least I checked. At least I know for sure. Because it would have bothered me otherwise. Anyway, I'm gonna load up the other save I just made so I don't have to talk with the other social links again. Because this one was right after I finished with Aries. And so that the game stops bugging me about it, I'm going to the hospital. Sayoko kind of had more important things to worry about. No, that is not true. For many reasons, that is not true. Although, fun fact, Sayoko actually gets a cameo sorts in Persona 5. One of the confidants in Persona 5 is a doctor by the name of Takemi. And at one point, Takemi calls another hospital and to ask for information, and she happens to she gets in contact with Sayoko, who is a nurse at that hospital there. They mention her last name. Small world, isn't it?
very happy.
No. I thought we were over this.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Yep, that was gonna be my next plan. To take care of all the bus stops, social links first, and then head to the riverbank.
My.
How's my favorite grandma doing?
Goodness.
God, Hisano definitely had one of the heaviest social links in the game. Please don't do that. Don't miss a second to spend with your family.
Yes.
I will definitely remember you, Hisano.
I'll see you again.
It's a bummer that I didn't get you all the social links, but I think I picked good ones to highlight. The only one I regret not being able to do was Hangman, because of its relevance to the game as a whole. I am genuinely unsure how it is we ran out of time like we did, when I was very painstakingly trying to use my time as efficiently as possible.
Yo!
I suppose I can't say that's wrong. I think after this, Naoto is left. Naoto and I. Okay, Naoto's at school. Oh, and I's here too at her usual spot. Oh, that was the wrong answer? That was a bit obtuse. Up until now, the top answer was the correct one.
Oh. I apologize.
One bit of critique I can level though is the party member goodbyes being so focused on the main character when they're supposed to be a large friend group. But I think you could say the same thing about Persona 5. It's just the inherent concept of the idea that you're supposed to insert yourself into the protagonist and drink in all the accolades. Yes, I know. Let me go down there. Oh, we do have someone else actually. Except she's not here. We probably have to go... I want to save I for last. So I think that means there's one other person that we need to talk to here. I know. I want to know where the music club is. Where was the music club? I can see. thought Ayane would have been at that place on the second floor still, but apparently she's not, which confuses me. Here she is. Duke Dazzle.
Oh, Senpai!
Not much point to doing that anyways. Oh my god. You're the second social link that's just leaving the country entirely. You've always been great, Ayane. And you brought me a lot of nostalgic memories of my own high school days. Okay, now we leave for eyes. If there's anyone else I'm forgetting, the game is gonna tell me, but that should be everyone.
Oh,
Vividly.
thank you.
Making sure the last thing I remember from you is a smile. What is that first answer?
Yeah, huh?
All you really needed was a bit of self-awareness, but it's interesting how hard it is to get even that much. the Dojima resident. It's kind of weird. The game kind of kicked me out of there back at the beginning of all this. I wonder if I could have gone back there, or if it would only allow me to visit the Dojimas after I talked with everyone else. I'm gonna say, like I would have said, I would have talked to the Dojimas. Wait, could I have talked to them if they...
Hey!
Okay. I think Dojima wouldn't have been available until you did talk to everyone else. He is trying so hard not to throw what he said. I know.
Big Bro.
It's actually nice to see Nanako being kind of bratty. Do you know something about my mother? You can't just say that and then not elaborate. What was our mother like? So we're in agreement that we're gonna pretend that last thing with Nanako never happened, right? Like we're just agreeing to ignore that. We are not returning home because there's something else we need to do. And the game gives you no guidance on this, I don't think. Just that, I think basically you had to hear what, Dojima and Naoko said. Because both of them are getting very similar vibes to each other. The problem is, I don't exactly remember what I'm going to do next. Like, not opening the thing. Do I talk to Naoko again? Do I get the team together? I'll try getting the team together.
Huh?
Yep, I stumbled on the correct path. Nice.
What a coincidence! It must be destiny!
guys came here too!
It's our very own special headquarters. There are so many memories here.
Yo there, Senpai. I thought you'd be here.
We had a feeling we'd run into everyone if we came here.
So we all basically had the same brain cell.
We were planning on seeing you off at the station tomorrow. But I was feeling too restless, so I decided to come here.
Well, since we're all here, why don't we have something to eat?
Ooh, let's have steak! Steak! And make Yosuke pay for everything!
Why is this the thing they've had Chie say more times in the past hour of gameplay than she has over the entire game?
Will you shut up about your steaks?
I really had fun in this world.
Dude, your whole existence is about fun. Well, what we've gone through wasn't all fun and games. But I gotta say, I've never felt so
It seems we've been working on this forever, but at the same time, it felt like it went so fast.
I forget if I succeeded in saying it earlier. You said that the game's audio was overpowering on your end. I can barely hear it on mine. It's so weird. This laptop is having some growing issues.
We won't ever gather here again like this. Or tear our hair out trying to solve the mysteries.
I mean, that depends if
Even if we
Guacamelee
wanted to
2
talk
feels
about
like
it
an
all,
operation.
there were so many extraordinary things that no one would believe us.
Because I beat almost all the key challenges.
Come
It
to think of
depends
it,
on if I
for me, I
am
think
able
it
to
all
beat
started
the
when
challenge
Chie
I
told me
didn't
about the
in
Midnight
first
Channel.
place.
I think I heard about it from her too. How did you learn about it, Chie?
I guess it was just a random rumor. A lot of girls were trying it out.
Huh. I wonder how it started then.
Who knows? Maybe someone accidentally came across it?
The Midnight Channel. You know, that really was the cause of everything. I mean, the fog lifted after we caught Adachi, but there's still a lot of stuff that isn't clear yet. It's still foggy over there, too.
Some weird guy might use it to do bad things again.
Didn't that Amino something monster say it granted us power?
I bestowed power onto those who could brave the Hollow Forest. In other words, he gave the power to Inter-TVs to those who awakened to their persona ability, so that he might use us as pawns to enact his scheme.
Hey, that reminds me. Didn't your hand suddenly slip into the TV even before anything happened to you? Does that mean you're an exception? Well, wait, then what about Adachi and Namatame? Those two could go inside TVs before all this stuff about personas, right?
What? Then Senpai and the other two could do it for some other reason?
There must be something you're not remembering. Anything come to your mind, Senpai?
A letter? Hey, this better not be another warning.
And
Huh?
this is
This
why
is
we needed to
from
finish
jail?
Adachi socially. This entire path would be closed off if we didn't do that.
It's from Adachi.
I'm sure you're surprised to get this letter out of the blue. I'm writing this because there's something I need to tell you. Ever since I made it out alive, there are some things I understand now. It's true that my game's over. As you all insisted at the time, I'll abide by the rules of this world. But as long as I'm in stir here, I can't clean up after myself. So I hope this will give you something to think about regarding this case. There's still this feeling I can't shake. It's about how it all started, about that midnight channel. Now I remember, someone told me about it when I first came to town, before I heard the rumors at the station.
Something fun that a lot of Persona fans imagine is that the old man at the Fox Shrine mentioned that he heard about the rumors as a kid too, but it makes Persona fans wonder if a Midnight Channel equivalent existed before TVs existed, and what that would even look like.
And I was intrigued when I noticed that something similar was written on Namatame's reports as well. But I can't remember who it was that told me. Since Namatame and I both gained our power after coming to Inaba, I have a feeling that has something to do with it. I don't know if any of this will be useful or not, but I hope it can help somehow. When I'm here, I think of Dojima-san, Nanako-chan, and you. A lot. Though my time with you didn't seem like much fun before. It's strange. Despite it all, I'm grateful to you. Thank you. But let me just say this. You're a dumbass.
Shut up, Adachi.
You take the path you choose, and I'll think about what that means to me too. I doubt I'll ever see you again, but stay healthy. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the true final arcana of this game. Incidentally, if you're wondering about why the card has the woman floating above the animals, I think I heard that in the Japanese version, the arcana was called the Lust Arcana, but it was changed to Hunger for English audiences.
It's not very helpful to know that he can't remember who it was.
I'm not sure how to put it, but I kinda know the feeling. It's like... I don't know how to say this. Like something's connecting all these things. Something beyond what we can see. That world, the Midnight Channel, the ability to enter TVs, they all feel like separate things. You know what I mean? First the rumors, then the serial murder, followed by us deciding to investigate the case. If they all really were separate, they wouldn't fit together like this, right? There has to be some kind of conductor behind everything.
So you think the person Adachi mentioned, the one who told him about the Midnight Channel, is that conductor? Did I strike gold again? It's seriously just something that popped into my head!
Senpai, is there anything like that you can think of? We were involved in a murder case last year, which we succeeded in solving. But the monster we fought last said we did well in playing our parts. Perhaps this means Adachi and Namatame were players as well. Could it be that from the beginning, this serial murder case was merely a portion of a much larger scheme? And none of the people who were directly involved in the case ever suspected it.
Hey, this scheme. Could it be the whole thing about filling both worlds with the fog and turning mankind into shadows? So someone was behind the scenes watching us, the culprits, and maybe even that monster. And he manipulated Adachi and Namatame at the very beginning so everything would come together perfectly?
Let's go out into town. We might find something. Although, you may be the only one capable of noticing it. Please contact the rest of us should you come across anything.
We can't say our goodbyes tomorrow with this hanging over our heads. Let's go figure this out.
12 minutes left. Let's push on through. It was neither of these. I know exactly who we have to talk to next. I just don't remember how. I just don't remember how to get there. I guess it's go to those universities. I think they're in the Western band. Yeah, I think they might be. They're at the gazebo, or they're right here.
Today you first came to... let's see. We were the first ones to greet you, right? Did we stop somewhere on the way home? I'm pretty sure Nanako and I left home that afternoon, picked you up, and came straight back. Now that I think back to that night, I was called back to work as soon as we got home, so I couldn't talk much. And the very next day, those strange murders started. Sheesh. Lots happened since then. It's been one heck of a year, hasn't it?
Hey, big bro. On the first day, didn't we stop at that place? The gas station. I used the bathroom there.
I'm not gonna lie, it is such a kid thing to remember this detail that far back just because she used the bathroom there.
When I got back to the car, you were talking to the weird attendant.
Like, people remember the weirdest, most useless details. Although in this case, it's technically not useless.
Yeah, when I first met you, I remember the gas attendant because he was weird.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I filled the tank before we went home, huh? Yeah, I do remember you talking to the attendant there. I didn't remember seeing him much before, so he stuck in my mind. But I don't know about calling him weird. It wasn't like he looked or acted funny. Yeah, come to think of it, I never saw that guy again.
It wasn't really that the attendant looked weird. But after you talked to him, you looked sick, big bro. Don't you remember? I asked you on the way home. Are you car sick? You said you were okay, but that attendant, He was just a little scary for some reason.
I think we did speak to the gas station attendant a couple of times over the course of the play.
I didn't know about that.
It was just so sparse it's hard to remember.
But honestly, I'm surprised you're asking all these questions. I thought you came here just to reminisce. So, why are you looking for the person you met first? Is something going on with that attendant? Do you know him? I see. Well, just remember that you leave tomorrow. I don't know what you're up to, but you should come back home early. There are some dark clouds on the horizon. We might get some rain soon.
Of course we're getting rain soon. Why wouldn't we?
Okay.
We're cutting this to the wire. We'll probably go a few minutes over depending on how cutscenes go. But we are so close to getting into the true ending of this. Huh? They're not there? I am confused. They should be there. What? Is there some event flag I missed? Oh god. You may need to look this up because I genuinely don't remember what possible event flag I could be missing at this point. Are you behind all this? We can just harass random people.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. How may I You have solved the mystery and deflected the disaster that so nearly fell upon you. Is there something else beyond this you need our assistance with? Intriguing. So, is there still something that leaves you unsatisfied? What may that be? Well then, let's take a look and see what it is you might be sensing.
Wow, that's a lot.
Ah, this is a surprise. These are shards of power, allowing one to see through to the truth of things without being swayed by hollow rumors. Interesting. Indeed, you have come here today for a reason. Then I shall play my part as well. That is a crystal of power which you have nurtured through your journey. An orb that repels fabrications of all sorts, dispels lies, and shines upon the truth.
I have to admit, I completely and utterly forgot that Margaret's social needs existed.
Hey,
I kept saying I would
I
go
was
back
born
to
a
it,
long, long
and then
time
I just
ago.
never did.
I was
But it looks
the
like he was
unconscious
unnecessary
wish
anyway.
shared by people's minds
So
to protect the world of
thank
man,
goodness for that.
walk the path of man, fulfill the wish of the world. That was my role. But people stopped wishing for truth and life. Or maybe they just stopped paying attention. Eventually, the me that wanted to protect humanity and the me that wanted to fulfill humanity's wish couldn't stay as one. The desires of man had no bounds, and one day, my other half became its own existence, much larger than myself. I was left behind, with no power or memories. I became a tiny fragment, incapable of even clearing the fog without giving my own life to do so. Kusumi no Okami. The rest, you already know. Without my powers, I became a tool, manipulated by the other me. You already know, huh? The cause of it all. The one who created the Midnight Channel and gave you the power to enter the TV. The real puppet master, who tried to fill both worlds with fog, using me and the Sagiri. If you don't defeat her, the world will go.
Although
Follow what
honestly,
you believe
a part
in.
of me is glad
The truth
that
is right in front of you.
I didn't finish Margaret because Margaret is a good character.
Truth is a thing which
but
only
then I
appears to
vividly
those who have
remember
observed,
that during the
considered,
last Chit
and
Chat
made a
section,
choice. At the end of the
Margaret
path you
forces the
chose
kiss
lies
on
the
your main
truth.
character whether you
Believe in
want
it,
or not,
and continue without faltering.
because the game developers automatically assumed everyone would be glad to receive a kiss from Margaret, which is just not
How
true.
marvelous. It seems that you will reveal the journey's true end, one beyond our predictive power. Now go to the place where everything began.
Damn it. I have no idea how long the cutscenes are once we make the call, but I want the next stream to be nothing but dungeon. Yeah, now that I'm remembering, it is a long cutscene. Screw it. It's not as if we had all that much to talk about anyways, and I want to end this stream in the TV world. Why would you freely offer up that information? Who are you?
You really are troublesome. Not only did you defeat the two Sagiri I snuck into Adachi and Namatame, but you even saved that stunted dwarf of a life. It's such a foolish thing. What good is saving her life?
Goddess or not, I'm gonna have to ask you to shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
She is but rubbish, suitable only for getting rid of that pointless fog. Don't tell me she was still carrying that around. Oh, excuse me. I was talking about that bamboo comb you have on you. Yes, I know. After all, it is a symbol of separation, which is why I gave it to her as we parted ways. How foolish. That comb was a curse, and to think she treasured it all this time.
I don't know about everyone else, but when it comes to the myth proper,
She must have been desperate for something to cling to. There's a limit to how irresponsible you can get. And what are you going to do about it? The last battle wasn't enough for you. You certainly have the powers I was expecting. You must know by now. Isn't that why you came? Your friends were drawn to the spark I stirred in you. That's why they're here now, with their awakened powers. Still, I didn't think you'd make it all the way to me. Indeed, I never expected this at all. You're really something. What? You don't remember? When you first came to town, I gave your power a gentle push. Just like this.
alright, what I was saying.
Are you in high school?
I actually find that in the myth of Izanami and Izanagi, I sympathize more with
Does it surprise a
Izanami
city boy to see
because
how
he
little
didn't
there is
do
out here?
anything wrong for the most part.
There's so little to do. I'm sure
It's
you'll
kinda
get bored
similar to
fast.
the myth of King
You'll either be
Orpheus,
hanging out with your friends. Speaking of
where
which, we're actually looking for
Izanagi
part-time
was
help
very
right now.
specifically told not to turn around.
Give it some
and
thought,
then
why
he
don't you?
did, like
We
a
don't mind if you're a
dumbass.
student. You're not the only one I welcomed to town with a handshake greeting. I did the same for a few other outsiders like you. A handful of strangers were more than sufficient to stimulate a small place like this. But it seems the stimulus was stronger than I imagined, enough to envelop this town with fog, and later lift it. Not only that, you now stand before me as if your assigned part wasn't enough. What
It's
for?
simple. I'm going to kick your ass.
What will grasping the truth do for you? Why such greed? I guess it's the foolish nature of being mortal.
I am Izanami.
And she's going full goddess.
Amino Sagiri, ruler of the fog, is merely an aspect of myself that I birthed long ago. You awakened to a power I had not imagined. You defeated the two Sagiri and the one fragment born from me. And now here you stand, face to face with me. I can no longer ignore this situation as mere foolishness. This may be fate, as decreed by the world. Very well. This time I shall pit my full strength against you.
There's something rather unique about Izanami compared to other final bosses in Persona, but I'll get to that in more detail as we travel the final dungeon.
But in return, you must come prepared to follow through in your futile... I'll be waiting for you there.
Hey, are you alright? Who was that you were just talking to?
A literal goddess.
Did she just disappear? Wait, don't tell me.
So, it wasn't over after all.
You're saying this so-called Izanami is the conductor, and she's waiting for us in the other world? If we don't beat her, I'm sure it'll all happen again.
Oh, okay. The others aren't far off, so I'll call them up.
Yeah, will ya? Tell him this is really gonna close the case.
Right. We'll defeat her and put an end to this for sure this time.
Alright, then once we're all ready, let's meet up at Junes.
The final Junes meeting. This is just like Marie's dungeon. We have 1 day and 1 day only to do the dungeon. Which is exactly why, which is exactly why I made a point to get everyone the best possible armor before we arrive here. Actually, this is probably a bad idea because we're already so far over time, but I want to check something. Kitty costume, drag costume, bath towel, Christmas, Halloween, butler, cheer squad. I want to see if I can do something just real quick. I mean, if we're going overtime anyways... Shoot, I can't find more costumes. Well, that was a waste of a few minutes. I apologize. I guess we'll just have to put on costumes that we didn't put on before. surprised, Kanji. Wow, this ended up being a lot longer than I thought it was. Last prompt. May as well do all of them. Although I do like that I went down these conversation paths, because it actually clears up a lot of little lore pieces you might not have seen otherwise. Okay.
I'm sure we'll be alright if we work together.
Thanks to Marie's dungeon being so unique, I used none of the resources I got the one time I was doing prep work, so I should be all kitted out.
I sense a tremendous presence. It's unlike anything we had faced. And it seems like a new area has formed.
I bet it's that lady. She's waiting for us there. That reminds me. That Amino something we beat said stuff like, "We'll meet again." If that thing's gonna show up again, let's crush him completely so he can't cause any more problems from here on out.
Damn straight. Let's go snap that thing in two. We'll do it and give Senpai a big farewell tomorrow.
Let's do our best like always, leader.
It is kind of sad that this really is going to be the last time we do something. You know, this might sound like a weird thing to say, but it was a lot of fun.
That's because we all strove together toward a common goal. There were many things we believed in without questioning them. The culprit's identity, their motives. There were many occasions where we nearly gave up.
It may have been easier if we'd chosen to look the other way, but we didn't.
Even if we had to fight every inch of our way. I want to go on feeling, seeing, touching, and thinking for myself.
Yeah. Still, one person alone can only understand so much. That's why we're all here together.
Right! All for one and one for all!
So long as someone's got your back, you can kick against the pricks no matter how tough they are.
This is for our future!
So we can see him off tomorrow with no regrets.
Ew. Yosuke always has to try to make himself look all cool. But he's so pathetic, it makes my skin crawl.
Probably just fleas on your ratty old suit. I spilled juice on you earlier.
No wonder I smell of orangey freshness.
Well then, let's do this!
Wow, would you look at that? Exactly, it's more or less 20 minutes. Alright then, next week on The Left Side of Reality, we begin the final dungeon of the game, and we'll see how long it takes us to get through there. It might be faster than the dungeon, because the final dungeon doesn't have as many gimmicks to it. But I will see you back here.